Good morning. Easter is coming. We can't believe that Palm Sunday is almost upon us. Our palms are on the way, if not already in the building, and I'm excited to see more and more of you as we get more shots as we go along. A very good week, also a challenging week on a few levels, so we wanted to make sure that we came into the sanctuary and sat in our chancel, your chancel, and lighted a few candles, and in a bit for Atlanta and Boulder we will light our Christ candle as well. Morning, Bill. You are missed, and hopefully you got some fishing on your way this springtime. Our rivers are increasing in great size. Spending a lot of time on Skyline Parkway and in my drive down Anderson Road, and a lot less snow out there. Some rain sleet mix right now, but our streams are rising, and may they also raise our spirit as well. Okay, so we'll get going, and people will join in along the way with Julie on the organ and Nancy singing. Sit with me a bit. Go ahead and grab a cup of coffee, a late cup of coffee, or perhaps you're already at your lunch. Here we go. The Wednesday before Palm Sunday. Here we go. Good morning to all of you once again. This is meant to be participatory, so if you want to post anything, I'll be watching as well. I swear that 99% of what we need right now, what I need right now, is to know in Christ that it's okay to have emotional needs. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to have emotional needs. And that's what we've been talking about these 40 days in the matters of the heart. So how are you feeling? Driving around town, I noticed that the flags are again at half-mast. I imagine you've also noticed that, maybe on your walks or driving around. I happen to be on Woodland, and I saw there at the fire station that the flags were at half-mast again. I'm not sure. Perhaps it's the rain and the sleet pounding us right now. But it almost feels as if the flags have been stuck at half-mast for quite some time. Like it's on repeat. Do you feel that? Have you noticed that? It seems like it. Once they are raised, and when they do raise, our spirits are raised, and then when they're lowered, we understand that there are issues at hand that need to be addressed. 2 mass shootings this week. So I want to take some time to check in. For me, it's a bit overwhelming. I wanted to ignore most of it just for my own pure sense of sanity. But where's the cross in all of this? Well, we have our holy cross right behind me. But Christ's cross is smack dab in the middle of that supermarket. Initial investigation showed no particular reason that he would have chosen that market in Boulder, Colorado. The authorities are asking the public for patience. You know what they're getting from me? A sense of helplessness. When is this going to end? I feel helpless and sad. The youngest victim was 20. Can you imagine that? Their family, 20 years old, and the oldest was 65. The age of retirement. Included was a police officer who was the father of 7. That police officer was the father of 7. Another man who was killed walked his daughter down the aisle last summer. That was shared. She remembers playing with her dad hours as a child. 10 people, 10 beloved children of God, were killed in the attack. The authorities naturally want to understand, and I'm right there with them. We all want to understand. Though a mass shooting, by definition, will never make any sense. It will never make any sense. So with Boulder and Atlanta and beyond, we're shocked, angry, and we're grieving. It's a city, it's a beautiful city. I don't know if you've ever been there, but we have family in Denver, and we always like to visit Boulder, the great city of Atlanta. These cities are traumatized, but not only these cities, we are as well. So, in the cross, Boulder, all of our loved ones and family members in Colorado and in Georgia, we're with you. We stand with you. We grieve with you. And in the spirit of the resurrection, we have hope that we can do better. And so now, in that spirit, we will light our Christ candle. And when we do so, we'll just have a moment of silence. Just watch as I light it. Just as Christ is lifted up, we light a candle, and our eyes are lifted up as we watch and receive and are renewed again in hope as we watch the candle being lit. May it engage our hearts as we take renewal for it. What are the odds of movement to figure this countrywide crisis out after 2 mass shootings in a week? What are you feeling? I'm always, eternally, perhaps we have our baptismal font right here, perhaps because I'm baptized, a beloved child of God. So I'm always hopeful. I'm hopeful that someday we can go to the grocery store, school, a movie, church, and on without thinking about the whole place being under siege. I used to do so many things to escape feeling bad, except for letting myself just feel bad. It's okay to feel bad, especially with what we have going on. Until I was taught that there is solitude in the cross. Yes, some tough, bad stuff, but the cross is smack dab in the middle of it. And in the cross, there is promise, solitude, and always hope. So relax, take a breath, and just feel whatever you're feeling now in this moment. I don't know about you, but I feel a bit anxious. Perhaps it's the 3 cups of coffee I had this morning. I hate to say this, but thank you, anxiety. You always seem to tell me when I've got some very uncomfortable feelings piling up. I've been doing a lot of tree work in our backwoods. We have about a half acre that I tend, and when trees fall over, or sometimes I fell them, so I'm cutting them up, chopping the wood, stacking them, and the thought is that I would stack them between 2 trees. So pretty standard stuff. Stacking the wood until I got a large pile stacked nicely between the 2 trees, until now we have these winds coming and the trees are starting to move, and all of a sudden there went my pile of wood, which is not a bad thing when it comes to our emotions. Sometimes our emotions need to be spilled out and shared before that load gets too much for us to bear. In our walk together, this isn't a bad thing. Sometimes our feelings need to tumble out and be shared. Otherwise, we will have a complete mess on our hands if our uncomfortable feelings keep piling up. So, be aware of yourself, be aware of what you're feeling, and now sing this song with Nancy and the organ playing. Oh God, now the journey. Sit with me as our candles are lit, and just be in the presence of God, our God of hope. today, so happy birthday, Mom. And on her birthday, she's getting her second COVID shot, Pfizer, in Hinckley, Minnesota. So with great anticipation and hope for tomorrow, happy birthday, Mom. My mom and dad, at an early age, taught me that it's okay to have strong emotions. But it may be scary if you grew up in a family that didn't talk about their feelings. But talking about feelings with each other is just a skill that's possible when you're supported by the church and the gift of word and sacrament. It's a skill, talking about your feelings. And you can always start practicing now. And so at the heart of who and what we do here at church, it says minister, give you the word and the sacrament, but also share, to connect. So we worship, we connect with one another, we share our feelings, and we serve our neighbor. Worship, connect, serve. And at the heart of that is our feeling chart. And so anytime that you're feeling joyful or down, know that I'm with you in that from day to day. I can feel down and I can feel great contentment and happiness as well. The trick is to share that walk with one another. We walk with the resurrected Christ. And so we have a feeling chart, which I love to use, was trained with when I was a chaplain in the hospital. And in the middle are the basic feelings of being mad or sad, peaceful, powerful, joyful, and scared. We've had a scary week, so it's okay if you're scared. It will be a joyful Sunday as Palm Sunday, and then the emotions quickly change as we walk then into Holy Week, with Easter on the horizon. And perhaps then that brings peace and all sorts of emotions beyond that. So here it is. Here's our feeling chart. We'll work on that together in our circles and in our connect groups. And I will continue to preach on matters of the heart. Now we'll move now to one of my favorite hymns, Sit Again Be. In Christ, there is no east or west. So we connect with what's going on. I can scroll with the best of it, and I keep up on all that's going on in the world, east or west. But in Christ, God is neither east nor west. God is everywhere, including that supermarket. It's important to remember that. In Christ, there is no east or west.
There is no east or west,
good this week, but also there was a challenging moment that kind of put me in a tailspin. I witnessed my own kid, one of my daughters, getting bullied right in our yard, of all places. Tough. I've never really seen that before, and she handled it pretty well. She came into the house and sat at the dining room table and put her head in her hands and kind of poured over the words that were shouted at her. And it was just silly child stuff, but still an element of bullying, and really it bothered me. And I didn't know where to turn. That's always kind of a trick as a pastor, and we have a chaplain within the ELCA here, and I have a spiritual director and friends, and so troubled, and where did I find myself end up going but to Holy Cross? And there Jessica sat, and she listened, and man, I felt 100 times better. She didn't need to respond in any way. I just needed to feel like that I was being heard. I feel so much better just talking it out with someone who says, without words, I'm not going anywhere. So, Jessica, thank you. She didn't say it. She sat and she listened, and boy, what a gift. In so many levels, this is church. This is Jesus. The cross says to you and me, I'm not going anywhere. With whatever you have going on and whatever you're feeling, our God isn't going anywhere. So, hold on to that promise. Next few days, we'll see you again on Sunday, Palm Sunday, as we are now led back out into the world with quite a hymn. Go, my children, with my blessing. Blessing, a powerful hymn reminding us that we go, that our God isn't going anywhere, that God is with us every step of the way in Christ. So relax. It's not your job to cheer up people, to calm them down. I always feel like with my kids, I'm always attempting to calm them down. But in an essence, when I do that, I'm stifling their share. So we can flip it and say, okay, take a deep breath, but then move right to how are you feeling? But it's not my job to cheer them up or calm them down or stay out of the way or walk on eggshells around them so that I feel safe. In Christ, I'm already at a point of safety under the cross, and in it, I'm already at that point of safety. I don't have to control a thing. Remember that as you're scrolling as well. As your anxieties raise and you take on whatever the world is sharing with you. In Christ, you're already at a safe spot. In a safe, quite real embrace. Every step of the way. Okay, well, good to be with you as you come on and as you go about your day. A special reach out to all the folks that will engage in this and check in even after it is live. But we're here for you. Most days, if not every day. Our packages have been sent out to our elders. It was a joy and fun to watch them go out. And so all our love to you, and our iPads going out so that folks can see the sanctuary and see our worship services. Neat to see lots of our kids this last Sunday through drive-thru and getting their Easter packages in preparation for the Sundays of all Sundays. And that's been neat as well to see all the folks who have signed up. If you haven't already, go ahead and call the church office and we'll get you signed up for either the 9 o'clock or the 10:45 service. Easter at Holy Cross. There's nothing better. All right. All our love. Tough stuff, good stuff, real, genuine gift. In the cross, I glory. What a soundtrack for life. What a privilege to live it out with all of you. Until we meet again.